You live, bro.
Are we on? All right, Shalom.
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 Hey, we are the brothers from the GMS New Orleans camp. Back when the live lesson. Now, before we get started, we're going to give our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem,
By
Yahweh
Shem
Shah, by Hashem,
Yahweh
Shah,
Shah.
the Master Apostle Elders of GMS, who we learn the truth from, and peace and mercy to hopefully elect that's following the ways of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, to the best of their ability. Now, hey, man, we inside, for camp, because, hey, man, the weather, cold weather, you know what I'm saying? It's extreme right now, so, hey, we decided, hey, man, hit the stream yard. But yet, with this stream y'all video, we just gonna just talk about on how everything that we sacrificing is not in vain. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we continue. You know what I mean? And also I want to talk about this because, I was just, just meditating, you know what I'm saying? And looking back, on my first year in the truth, man. I had my first year in the truth. I had to sacrifice it all me to fully dedicate, our lives, to this truth, man. We had to sacrifice, man. And what we had to sacrifice? Everything that the world, aspirations, what I'm saying, family, old friends that we hung out with before we came to the truth in the world, just everything, man, our life, everything that we knew in life, we have to forsake that to be in this truth, man. You know, or eventually, man, it might come to a point, man, we might forsake our life, man, to where, hey, man, we might get persecuted, man, or we might die for this thing, you know. But yet we wanted to take that because that's a like I said again, that's a requirement, man. As that brother go, who got that Romans 12, verse 1? Go start with that.
Con. This Romans 12 and verse 1, and it says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Yeah, keep going.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, that acceptable, and perfect will of the Most High.
That's right. So that's why, hey, man, we're willing to sacrifice because that's a requirement. You know, and they say, hey, man, we're supposed to give out the living sacrifice. And what's that living? Ourselves, man, our life. You know, and on way, and then they say, hey, man, that's acceptable. That's our reasonable service, man. That's how we become servants of Yahweh by Shema Shah, man. We got, hey, man, become that living sacrifice. And how do we become our living sacrifice? We got to, hey, no more be conformed in this world, you know? Because at one point, that was where our life was at, man, in the world, you know? But now, hey, man, we got to renew ourselves, man. And how do we renew ourselves, man? By being fully, converted, man, to this truth, man. And this word, applying this word. And by us applying this word, man, hey, man, we now removing ourselves, man, from the ways of this world, man. Was full of wickedness and fineness, man. You know? And then not only that, man, they on say, man, to be a part of this truth, man, we got to sacrifice everything, man. Everything that we knew, everything that we hold dear, that we love in this world, and we got to forsake that, man. You know? Cause hey, man, we know for a fact sooner or later, man, it's gonna be destroyed anyway, man. It's gonna be dissolved. So hey, man, we gotta forsake it. We gotta lose it all, man. Unless, hey, man, be burnt up with it. As I always like to say, man. Brother,
I
want to say
say a quick
something?
one.
Bayan?
You up too?
Yeah, I got one too.
All
You
right.
got the shot.
Yeah, one of your brothers go.
Con, this is Matthew chapter 19. And I'll start at man, I really
You
want
see
to
on
start
Matthew
at
19?
yeah, I really want to start at 20 or 21 and read all the way down.
Yeah, matter of fact,
But
hold
I
down
just
deck, brother. You hear me?
okay.
Yeah, hold
Con.
down deck. I'm gonna say that for later. You go ahead,
I,
Bayan.
I got
Come.
one too, brother.
This is the book of Saint Mark, chapter 8 and 34. It says, and when he had called the people unto him with his disciples, also he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. All right, just as the brother going into, we have to, pick up our cross and follow Yahweh Shem Shai, and that's coming in the aspect of what the brother just said, denying ourselves, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 35 says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, But whosoever should lose his life for my sake in the gospels, the same shall save it. And ultimately, it's no life that we're really saving over here in this hellhole, man. All right. So pretty much, if we give our all, to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that's how we pretty much save and gain, the life that the life that we've been chasing, And
If I
Yeah.
can say
And then
real
point,
quick,
yeah. Oh yeah, you got it.
Salakia.
You got it, bro.
Real
You go
quick.
ahead.
Okay,
I'm about to.
real quick. Because I was holding that one as well, Bayan, but I had it in Matthew 16 and
mhm.
around 24. But I was looking at that word cross, all right, which says it's G4716, storos. Storos. It says a cross or a well-known instrument of most cruel and ignominious punishment borrowed by the Greeks and Romans from the Phoenicians to were affixed among the Romans. Let's get down to the point. It says, but that was the point. It says a well-known instrument of the most cruel, ignominious punishment. So when the Lord telling us to take up, our cross, that comes with, suffering, right? It comes with, like Apostle Gabal always say, we've been brought in this ministry to suffer, as Yahushua did.
Yeah,
And that starts with what? Denying ourselves, man, and taking up that cross,
yeah,
taking up that same punishment like Yahushua did. You got it.
yeah, yeah. Basically, had that straight gate, man. That path of
Mm-hmm.
difficulty. You know what I'm saying? And what's the main that's difficult? Denying yourself. Which when you're going basically what it means to deny yourself, basically, man, you forget about your own interests. You know, so everything that you desire or you was interested in the world, you gotta forget that, man. So, cause basically now your life is based on the Lord, man, not yourself. So hey, man, we can't live for ourselves anymore, man. We gotta live for the Lord. You know,
I got
cause
one,
hey,
bro.
that's the part of being that living sacrifice, man. You go ahead, Nahai. You want to say something?
Khan. I got a quick precept to back y'all up right quick. This
Like,
Luke
go ahead.
14 and 26. It says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
God, what's hey, man, bro? Yeah, bros always say we always going to hey, man. That word hate is not literal hate. It just means to love less. You know what I'm saying? And basically, man, hey, man, I just said we gotta love, like we love our family. We love our life, but we can't love that more than hey, man. How about Shemal Shah, man? You know, cause hey, man, if you love that more than the Lord, man, you can't be a disciple, man. It's simple and plain. So that just let you know, hey, man, we gotta sacrifice that, man. You know, just the same as hey, man, Abraham, how he was willing to give up his son Isaac, man. Just to please Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. We gotta be in that same mindset. You know, we gotta be willing to give up everything, man, for this ministry, man, for this truth. You know, was really, man, was really everything that we forsook on the side is really nothing, man. It really didn't mean nothing at the end of the day, man. Which, a matter of fact, a brother get Philippians 3. Start verse 7. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, verse 7.
I got a precept, brother, on the previous point you was making, though.
I got that
All right, yeah,
Philippians
go ahead,
2.
yeah, Mike. Yeah, didn't get that Philippians.
This the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse 45. And he answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of power, and now they are crowned and receive palms. So just backing up the point, we put off the mortal things and put on the immortal things.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah, the mortal clone that represents man, the world. You know what I'm saying? All the flesh. Like basically, man, we put that off, like everything that we want to do in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? And do something, man. Be of the spirit, man. Do things that's spiritual, man. That's gonna make us immortal. Eventually that's gonna give man everlasting life, man. That's a Yahweh Shai gonna grant us, man. And that's how we're gonna be crowned, man. That's man, Lord, he gonna reward us for that, man. For man, forsaking everything, man. Sacrificing, man, ourselves, man. All our fleshly desires that we we desiring, man. You know, we gonna be rewarded, man, for forsaking that. Which, hey, man, if, you know, as we'll gain that Matthew 19, man, we gonna gain it all back anyway, man. Every day we forsook, we gonna gain it all back anyway. You know, you want to say something, Mike?
Yeah, I wanted to say I got a precept whenever you.
I had that Philippians
All
for
right,
you
bro.
too, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. You go ahead, Mike. Yeah. We go that Philippians.
I can go, or you want Nahoya?
Now you go ahead, Mike. You.
This is Ephesians 4, and I'm gonna start at 21. It says, "If so be that you heard of him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahweh Shai, that you put off concerning the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit in your mind, and ye put on the new man which is after the Most High, is created in righteousness and true holiness." And I wanted to get it because, you know, in order for us to, have those sacrifices, we got to put off our former selves. You know, the things that we used to do in the world and stuff like that, we got to cast that away and come into the new light and be refreshed. You know.
Hey,
God. Yeah, basically, yeah, we gotta be a new man, man. We say a new man. By us being a new man, we all about, hey, man, our father's business. You know, we no more, hey, we no more worrying about, hey, our worldly affairs, man. You know, hey, man, we take care of our worldly affairs to the best of our ability, man. You know, but in the day, man, we all about this though. As the scripture say, seek the Most High. You know, seek the kingdom of the Most High. Every day is gonna be added unto us, man. You know, our worldly affairs gonna be taken care of, man. We gonna get our daily bread. You know, but in the day, man, we just gotta be about our father's business, man. This work. You know, the ministry. You know, bro, got that Philippians. Yeah, you go ahead, Philippians out.
Con. This Philippians, you said 3 and 7.
Yeah, start verse 7.
Yeah, this Philippians 3 and 7. It says, "But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. Yea, doubtless." You want to speak on it?
Nah, keep on. Yeah, keep on. I was gonna say keep on.
Yea, doubtless, verse 8. "Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushua, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach."
That's right,
And
man. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, basically, as I said first said, it said what things were gained unto us, those we kind of lost, man, for Yahushua. So everything that we had in the world, you know, aspirations, as I said, or we may have like opportunities, man, trying to make it in the world. We might have all nice things in the world. We might have, you know, things going for ourselves in the world. But yet, by us coming to this ministry, man, by us, amen, seeking the Lord, we have to forsake that, man. You know, we have to forsake it. So, amen, all the things that we had in the world, we kind of lost, man, for Yahushua. And then we go to verse 8. It's not then, you know, Apostle Paul, he said, there's not even loss. It wasn't even lost, man. You know, it was nothing. You know, and we see that clearly now. Like, it's like the more we get into the truth, man, the more we realize the things of this world is worthless, man. Anyway, this is more valuable, man. This truth is more valuable than anything, man, that we ever receive, man. This is our biggest blessing, you know. In a sense, man, the Lord bless us, man, was the most valuable thing, man. You know, you want to say something, Bayan?
Because just to back you up, brother, the Lord also give us the greatest example either. All right. And we have the
Mm-hmm.
example of King Solomon, somebody who literally had it all, but considered everything to be vanity. If it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
for the truth and the understanding that he received from the Lord, everything else was pretty much, nonsense and, can be worn out, you know.
That's right. That's why I say this truth is more valuable, man. That's why, hey, man, as Apostle Paul say, man, we willing to, hey, man, forsake that. We willing to sacrifice, everything, man, for the truth, man. Which they say hey, man, to be win, to be approved, to be accepted by Yahushua, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be the biggest that we ever imagined, man. What's hey, man? Once we win Yahushua, we gonna gain it all back anyway, man. Was hey, The burger shop, hold that Matthew's 19, man. You know? So that's what we focus on, man. We focus on, hey man, trying to win Yahweh Shai, man. Trying to obtain salvation, man. Because once we obtain salvation, everything we forsook, we gonna gain it all back, man. Which we're gonna prove that in Matthew 19, man.
Hey, Kushab, you gotta get it too, cause my phone tripping. If you want to get in the NLT, that Philippians, my
Okay.
phone. Yeah.
All right.
Real quick, let me grab that Philippians 3 and 7 in the NLT. It says,
All right.
I once thought that these things were valuable, right? Speaking of the things that we hold dear to in the world,
Mm-hmm.
before the
Yep.
truth, right? It says, but now I consider them worthless because of what Hamashiach has done. Yes, everything else is worthless when compared with the infinite value of knowing Hamashiach Yahushua, my Lord. For his sake, I have discarded everything else, counting it all as garbage so that I could gain Hamashiach and become one with him. You got it.
Yeah. That's plain right there, man. That's Apostle Paul saying, like, man, the things of this world is not valuable, man. It's worthless, man. Compared to, hey, man, what we got, man, the truth, hey, man, it's priceless, man. It's well worth it, man. Hey, basically, hey, man, this is worth sacrificing for, man. To be where your house shall be at one, where your house shall, man. That's everything, man. Because, hey, man, everybody can receive this, man. Only the elect, man, that few. Going to Romans 11 and 7, man. That's what makes this day more valuable, man. That's what makes it more a blessing that we're able to receive this, man. We say, man, if hey, man, if we continue on sacrificing, man, always to the end, man. It's not in vain, man. Cause hey, man, we go gain everything back, man. As the brother go get in Matthew 19.
Uh, you mind if I start at about 20?
Can you go ahead?
This is Matthew 19 and verse 20. It says, and a young man said unto him, I have all these things I have kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? Right? In which, Yahushua was telling him the things that he need to do in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven, right? So it says, verse 21, and Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. You see? And that's what, ultimately compel Yahushua to speak about losing things, right? Because when we come to serve the Lord, right, as it
Mm-hmm.
says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, we got to prepare our soul for temptation, right? We got to be prepared to lose things. You
Yeah.
might lose a house, a car, a job, a woman, family members, things gonna happen, man. All right. And that's what the Lord is getting you comfortable with. Why? Because you're coming to serve him. That's all a part of denying ourselves, man. You know? You wanna say something? Okay. Um, keep reading. It's verse 23. It says, then
Hey, speak on it, bro.
Yahushua,
Hey, I'm gonna be back, bro. You hear me?
okay, kind. It says, then Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Verse 24, and again I say unto you, it is easy for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because, people who have certain riches have values in the world, right? They don't want to throw those things away in order to what? Put on a garment, all right? Go out here on the highways and byways and preach Yahushua. They don't want to do that. Why? Because they have value in the world, right? Now, if you're a part of the elect, the Lord will have you, he will compel you to throw those things, not throw them away, all right? But he's going to make a way for you to find no value in that so that you can find a value in Yahushua, right? Which alludes to that Philippians 3, man, you know? But it says, verse 25, and when the disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? Question mark. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible. And then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily, I say unto you that ye which have followed me in a regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or mothers, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. You see? So that's the like the brother was getting ready to say, that's what we're fighting for. All right. We comfortable with losing on this side because we know that by gaining a Hawashai, we are going to gain everlasting life. We are going to be a part of those first fruits in the kingdom of heaven. All right. Actually putting the heathens into subjection, right? Bounding the kings with fetters of iron, man. All right. We are going to be the ones that do that. You see? We are going to be the ones to sit at the governing table, all right, taking orders from Yahushua, taking orders from King David. You see, a regular Israelite not going to have that type of ability, and this is going to last forever. You see, so that's why I tell you in Romans the 8th chapter that the sufferings of this present time is not worthy to be compared, all right, to the glory that we're going to receive, man. All right, brother, got a precept they want to bring out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You go
got some.
ahead, Bana, and then
All right.
you go ahead, Bana. We can just go down the line.
Con, this is backing up the point, us forsaking our lives for this truth and how it's going to work in our benefit. This is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 24. Uh, oh no, I'm 23. This is a red letter Yahushua. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Verse 24, for whosoever
Wait,
will save his, huh?
Wait, it said take up your cross daily, right? And which denying yourself is a daily thing. You
Mhm.
might do it. Jake think they could just deny themselves
Yeah.
when they come in a true crossover in the camp. No, you gotta deny yourself daily, man. Right? Why? Because we're constantly enticed by
Mhm.
the things of the world, you know? So you got to constantly
Yeah.
deny yourself. Y'all got it.
Uh, you want me to continue? Let's go. Verse 24, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall save it. I mean, for my sake, the same shall save it. Slightly.
Yeah, that's the main point, bro. Was the brother Bayan, he got that in Mark 8, man. You know? Was that's just playing right there, man. If you trying to save your life, you know what I'm saying? You trying to hold this life dear, you gonna lose it anyway, man. You gonna be burnt up with it, you know? But yeah, man, if you lose it, man, if you forsake that, you gonna save your life, you know? So in a sense, all for you to obtain everlasting life, you gotta forsake this temporary life, man. That you have over here, man. That's just simple and plain. You go ahead, Bayan.
Yeah, just to back you up, because the brother Fashad brought it out as well, with that carrying your cross. A lot of the options that these people have to not want to pick up that cross is because they think that they have everything figured out already. All right. They think that everything is okay and they've reached, the bag and reached everything. So it don't make sense for them to carry that cross. But again, the Lord has been, molding our minds to pick up that cross willingly, to know that it's going to be a reward, behind those things,
They received their reward.
Gone.
They chose it.
Yeah, and that was the last verse that Kashab never brought out on that Matthew 19, that the first should be last and the last should be first. We can't wait for that role reversal, to eventually, come to those that are patiently waiting, doing the work.
I got a precept too, bro.
Yeah.
You can mute it whenever.
Which that just lets us know that, hey, man, our sacrifice is not in vain, man. Which matter of fact, brother, get whole Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10.
I got that, bro. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
You
Go
got
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
Hey, real quick. Can I read that Matthew 19 and 30 in the NLT?
All right, go ahead.
Kind. It's Matthew 19 and 30 in the NLT. It says, but many who are the greatest now will be the least important then. And those who seem least important now will be the greatest then. Come on, man. You got it.
That's plain. Like people, yeah, you see all these celebrities who you think might be, great in this world right now, they'll be least, in the kingdom. And then like people that who look at us, think we nobodies, or we just wasting our time, what I'm saying, doing what we doing. But in the kingdom to come, man, we could be the greatest, man. We could be the greatest of all time, ruling with your house shot, man. And then people, hey man, people go praise us, man. They gonna honor us, man, for the work we did. We was talking about that last night, man. Or how we sacrificed ourselves, hey man, in the cold, what I'm saying, to preach the word. It might seem, crazy right now, but in the man, the kingdom, man, they will be talking about it, man. They gonna honor us, man. They gonna praise us for it. You go ahead, Bayon.
Yeah, just backing that up. Yeah, we're gonna have many songs written about us. But no, it was another point that you mentioned, that most of these niggas, they not having, out here nowhere, this life that they may paint on social media and stuff like that, of the position that they may be in. Shit, they out here hurting, and not going to receive the rewards. That's even better motivation in itself, to know that we suffering alongside of them, but we're doing the Lord's work to receive them blessings at the end, rather than somebody that's faking it, to make it, which is not going to make it at the end of the day. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's that First Corinthians.
But that was it
Yeah,
for
bro,
me.
the Hebrews 6:10.
I got it if nobody else had it.
I got it.
Yeah, go ahead. Whoever got it, yeah, go ahead.
Uh,
Uh,
oh, you
you
got it,
want to get it?
Isaiah. You can get Isaiah.
Con. This the book of Hebrews, chapter 6 and verse 10. For Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to his saints and do minister.
That's the point, man. Say, for the Most High, it's not unrighteous, man, to forgive your works, man. And it's labor of love. Say, man, Lord see everything that we sacrificing, man, to be a part of this thing, man. The Lord sees that, and He appreciates it in a sense, man. And by Him showing His appreciation, man, He go grant us that reward. He'll give us that crown, and we will have man the high ranking seat, man, along with house shot, man. Cause man, how much we willing to sacrifice, man. If we willing to sacrifice everything, man, we go gain everything, man. As you reap what you sow. So man, that should give us the motivation, man, to keep going, man. We can't stop now, man. Especially, man, we see, man, we closer and closer towards that finish line, man. We closer and closer, man, to see our benefits, man, of sacrificing everything. So man, we gotta keep going, man. We gotta keep sacrificing, man. All the way to all the way to the end, man. Which the end is fastly, approaching, man, unto us. You know what I mean? Brothers got something. Brothers got a
I
precept.
got a little bit more.
Oh,
now.
just say he could keep going.
Oh yeah, go ahead, sorry. I'm gonna read a little more.
Con. Verse 11. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
You
Verse
speak on it?
12. That ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promise.
You want to speak on it?
Basically, we got, like you said, we just got to show diligence in this truth and put off those old things that we were used to doing. We got to give all our energy to Yahweh Ba'ashim Hawashai, and just all those things of the world, we just got to let go. But you got it up.
If I could say it right quick, bro, because it says, through faith and patience inherit the promises. Okay, which man, you just did a lesson, a week ago, going into that patience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how that word means to bear sufferings through the affliction, man. We have to bear that in which we're receiving to obtain the kingdom, man. So we have to constantly have that faith and that patience to receive these things, man. But you got it.
Yeah, basically, yeah, backing you up, bro. Basically, we gotta suffer, the weight of receiving that, man, or that promise, you know. And we're not just waiting, just sitting here, what I'm saying, just waiting for the promise to come to us, man. We gotta work for it, you know. And all of us ain't meant to work for it. We gotta sacrifice, man. That's just simple and plain. You gotta sacrifice your time, you know, ourselves. We gotta sacrifice, man. For righteousness' sake. You know what I'm saying? To receive that promise. And that's what the law looking for, man. You know, that's what the law looking for. Who's willing to sacrifice, man, for the promises? You know, you want to say something, Noe?
Come on, bro, because we do it for Esau. We get up, brothers work 10, 12, 16-hour shifts for Esau. How much more for the Lord? We can't do it for our power, but we'll do it for Esau. Come on, man. But you got it, bro.
Yeah. Come. Yeah, bro, say I had a precept though.
I got
Yeah, I
a
got
My
two.
brother's holding.
I got something.
Yo.
Hey, you can hear me out? You can hear me?
hold up.
Yeah, we get you, bro. I'm trying. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Ma, you
my
go
bad.
ahead. We just like go down the line, bro.
All right.
I got Galatians 6 and verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap, and if we faint not." So, in this whole thing, the Most High, he sees everything that you putting in. And like it says, if you reap more of the flesh, you're gonna reap corruption. Not really putting off, the world. You keep on constantly put more effort into it. But if you reap, more of the Spirit, you constantly put in the work. You putting off these sacrifices. I'm saying you're doing the will of the Father. He'll see that, and in doing so, we'll be able to reap everlasting life.
But it said main point said faint not.
If you faint not.
Don't get tired, man. Don't be weary and well doing. And we gotta keep doing it, man. Diligently at that. We gotta do it diligently, man. Cause sooner than we think, man, we gonna reap. That reward, that promise. If we faint not. So that's the main point, man. We can't give up, man. We gotta continue on sacrificing, man. You go ahead, Hezekiah.
No, I just wanted to I had a precept too, but I just wanted to add on to what you were saying, what the elder said yesterday. Not this kind of like my motto too as well. It's like, there's no days off. You get time off, but you don't get days off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep going, you gotta keep pushing, even when you're tired, so to speak. But I got a quick precept. I gotta go back to it, Salakia.
Hey, to back you up real quick, Hezekiah, that's a
Mhm.
good point that you made, because for us, every day is a sacrifice in itself, that we can give to the Lord, So back to that effort, that we need to do, while we are called here to do this work, that's what makes our chances better, by constantly day in and day out, give up these gifts to the Lord, as much as we could, to receive those blessings and salvation. But you got it, bro.
This is real quick. 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 16. It says, "For which cause we faint not." Right. So going back into the Galatians 6 and 9, saying, "Hey, look, we're gonna reap the benefits of what the kingdom of heaven and our rewards from our work, but by what, man? By finishing the job." Okay. And it says, "But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." So just like the Lord's, judgments, right? His mercies, his kindness, his love, we need to be renewed in the spirit every single day. Otherwise we'll bug out, Verse 17, it says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." So, like we said, look, we going through hell, you know, in the flesh, right? We being afflicted, we being persecuted, people treating us like absolute crap. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the Lord's going to turn the tables, and He's going to do what? You know, He's going to give you praise, you know, within the earth. Okay, glory and honor, same as Him. And that praise, when you, I believe, when you go into the word praise, it means a continual flattering, right? Imagine a person that tells you, hey man, you know, you're really that guy, you're really the dude, you know, and you say, well, I know, you know, but he keeps saying it over and over again. You know, the same as, you know, the angels say, you know, holy, holy, holy to the Lord. The people on the earth are going to be doing the same thing, but to the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. I got one more verse. And it
Hey,
says, Salah.
hey, real quick. Hey,
Mhm.
can you start up a verse? Can you start up a verse?
Start at
Bible Gashaw.
15. I had read, you said
Uh,
start at 15.
14. So like
14. Okay,
14.
all right. It says,
Uh,
knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushai shall raise up us also by Yahushai. And it says, and shall present us with you. Verse 15, it says, for all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of the many rebound to the glory of God.
yeah, if
You
I could
want to,
say, because that's why our spirits are. That's why the inward man is renewed day by day. All right. That's why we don't faint. That's why we get up every morning and say, call Lord like Yahweh Shemel Shai. Because that same power, that same spirit that raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead, that's what's raising us up in the spirit now. All right. That's what's renewing our spirit day by day. And as we continue to go along, all right, further in this walk, that's what's going to keep us afresh, right? Though our outward man perish, like the brother read in verse 16, this what renews the inward man day by day, right? That's why we don't faint for the cause because we know what's at hand. You got it out.
I'm gonna read verse 18. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 18. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Right? So, you know, we don't see, you know, Yahweh Shai. We don't see the angels, right? We don't see the Lord in his glory, the Father sitting on the throne. Okay. Those things aren't visible to the eyes, man. But we believe in the things that the Lord says, you know. And it says, for the things which are not seen, I mean, for the things which are seen are temporal, right? The temporary, man. You know, Esau being in power, being in rulership, right? His kingdom falling, that's also temporary. The heathens being over us is temporary. Everything we see right now is temporary, man. Okay. And it says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And that's the Lord returning, you know, within his power and his glory. What you guys got?
Con. And basically, like that verse 18, that basically is like, that just lets us know that we're not looking at the things that we forsook or we sacrifice. We focus on the things that we're going to receive for sacrificing these things. So basically, in a sense, man, that's what will keep us going, man. Keep our eyes single on that, and not looking back, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they maybe look back, man, do you not fit for the kingdom, man? As a Yahweh Shah said in Luke 9:62. You
I
know?
got that.
Oh, Khan, go ahead. You get that real fast.
God, it's the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 62. It says, let me start up a little bit, Baba Kashar.
All right.
It's Luke 9 and 59. 58. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man had not where to lay his head. And he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. And Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High. And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of our power.
Mm, that's right. And basically, man, the verse is up, man. That bro was reading. They were basically, man, was just trying, yeah, making excuses, man. You know, they're trying to not do the work. You know, which they did. But if you look at another example, like the righteous example, like the brother read in Matthew 19, Peter and disciples, hey, they forsook that, man, with no questions. And what Lord say, man, forsake that, forsake being fishermen. Now you're fishers of men, you know. Hey, they did with no question, man. Even I brought early Abraham, where Lord say, man, sacrifice Isaac. He did that, man. No, willingly, no questions, you know. Cause they know for a fact, they know for a fact, hey, man, they were willing to sacrifice, man, to please Yahweh Shema Shah. That's the same type of mindset we have, you know what I'm saying? And Lord, when we keep that mindset to the end, because we look back now, and all the things that we sacrifice, all the work that we put in, is gonna be for nothing, you know. And that's why, hey, we don't want our sacrifice to be in vain, man. You know what I'm saying? What's man? Only way the Lord's go accept our sacrifices too is that grace. You know what I'm saying? That's why we pray to the Lord, man. He keep having that be gracious unto us, man. That He accept our sacrifices, man. Because it's up to the Lord that He accept our sacrifice anyway. Was the only way we would be our sacrifice be accepted is by grace. Brother hold on that 1 Corinthians 15, verse 10.
I
No, but I
got a
did. But
precept
you
for
want
you
to say
too.
something though?
I'm in the
We got a precept for you.
Come.
Brother, get that 1 Corinthians 15 and 10 real fast, and then y'all go with y'all precept.
con. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 10. It says, "But by the grace of the Most High, I am what I am, and His grace, which was bestowed upon me, was not in vain, but I labored more abundantly than they all, yet not I, but the grace of the Most High, which was with me."
Yeah. I want that, bro. I want that to be brought out because as brother, he brought out 2 Corinthians 4. He read up a verse. It mentioned grace, and basically just made me think how, like, no matter how much we sacrificing or how much work we put in, if it's not if the Lord don't accept that, we can't do nothing about it. You know. So that's why, hey man, it's important for us, hey man, ask for the Lord to accept our sacrifices, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what it's all about, man. Cause that's why we here in the first place, man. It's due to grace of Yahweh Shemal Shah. And that's what Apostle Paul was saying, man. Cause in the day, man, hey, man, we don't, all the sins we committed. Sure, it really, hey, man, it's a blessing that we here, you know. And day, man, we don't deserve to be here, man. We don't deserve, hey, man, be on this live stream preaching His word. You know what I'm saying? Man, day, man, it's all due to grace, though, man. That we're able to sacrifice, man. Make our body a living sacrifice, man. So, hey, man, we just hope that, hey, man, we pray to the Lord that He accept it, man. Because, hey, if He accept that sacrifice, then, hey, it's not in vain. To where, hey, man, we're going to receive that reward. We're going to obtain salvation at the end, man. That's what it's all about. Y'all brothers go with y'all precept.
Come on. I got a real quick precept out of the book of Ephesians. This is Ephesians 2 and verse 8. It says, "For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God." Right? So like you were saying, it's not by our works or anything like that, not by nothing that we did. You know what I'm saying? It's by the grace of the Lord that we even able to be here, man, doing this work. It's a gift, just like the understanding of the word is a gift. The kingdom of heaven is also a gift too. But you got it out.
If I could say something, bro, it said by
Yeah, 'cause I want to
grace.
say, too, because that's what I was thinking about, too. As, hey, man, last night we was out there in that cold. I was, hey, in the sense, man, I ain't gonna lie. I thank the Lord, bro, because as Jake out here, as out in the cold just doing wickedness, man. As we was talking about, hey, man, people be out in the cold for that Mardi Gras, man.
Mhm.
But yeah, we out there preaching the word, man, doing, hey, man, the righteous works, man, of Yahweh Shema Shai. And that right there, man, we should be grateful for that, man. And we just hope for a fact, hey, man,
Hey,
by us, hey, man, sacrifice our bodies, be out there in the cold to preach the word, man, be accepted to the Lord, man. No, plain and simple.
But it's saying something?
Hey, yo, the video choppy on my end? No.
No, it's good.
No, everything good.
No, it's cool.
I heard something.
I
I
want to
heard
make a
something
point though.
echoing.
Yeah, some
That might just be me then. Shit.
Okay.
It might just be me.
It's repeating. Somebody got an echo or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like it's echoing, bro.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick point though on
Yeah,
what
one
you
y'all
were
supposed to go with
saying.
y'all precept. Yeah, one y'all.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick
Yeah, we can.
quick point on what you were saying because Jake out there right now, feel like 15, 20 degrees and shit, and people out there with their chairs, all right, they being diligent in wickedness, right? So how much more for us to be diligent in righteousness, man, right? Putting our bodies living sacrifice as the Lord. Yeah, we use wisdom and different things as well, but it's just a mindset thing, knowing that everything that we doing is working towards a greater goal, But y'all got it. I got a precept too. You got it though, Bayan. I think you was holding.
Kind
I
of.
got some too.
Yeah, I got some. But also just to land back off your point real quick, these sacrifices, the Lord has given us examples of, what sacrificing for bullshit looks like. Things that really is not going to have no type of, long-term reward, as the things that he's going to give us, So it's a no-brainer to sacrifice, ourselves. And like you said, Kabal, thank the Lord, being in those type of situations, because it's nothing but battlegrounds for us, spiritual battlegrounds, that the Lord has given us the opportunity to partake in, So we take all of these things with our chin high. But this is our 1 Peter chapter 1:13. It says, "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach. As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance, but as which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation." All right. And, that pretty much hits all the points, that we've been going into. First and foremost, not fashioning ourselves according to the former lust, so beating down that old man and keeping that old man into subjection. Okay. But also being holy in doing our due diligence, to be separate away from this world and do anything, to pretty much benefit our spirit, to have our spirit grow out and about in these things, But that was it for that. Oh, Kabal gone.
You gone?
Yeah.
Somebody got a precept?
Yeah, I got some.
I got one too.
You got it, Judah, because you didn't bring one out.
This is real quick. When the book Colossians chapter 3 and verse
Hey, start at 1, bro. That's what I was holding. Start at 1.
yeah, I'm gonna start at 1 and then I'm gonna start at 1 feet, then I'm gonna jump down. This book Colossians chapter 3, verse 1. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Want me to keep going? We'll break it down.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you want the verse? You want me to keep going?
Read it. Yeah, keep going. Read it, bro.
This is book Colossians chapter 3, verse 2 says, "Set your affection on the things above, not on the things on the earth." Verse 3 reads, "For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in Yahweh. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory." That's one of the 4 words because I was gonna jump down to make it.
Yeah, I just wanted you to read that part, but you can make your point and I'll speak on it, or however you want to do it.
You can speak on it first, and I'm gonna jump down, Mark.
Con. Yeah, that verse 2, it says, set your affection on things above, not on things on earth. And that's a part of denying yourself. That's why it's so important. In the verse 3, it says, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in the Most High. All right, because we forgot our lives. We killed that old man. All right, we put the life, the aspirations, and the things that pertain to this world. All right, we put it to bed in order to gain Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, our life is here with him. So when he returned, that's how we're gonna be able to appear with him in glory. All right, for sacrificing our life on this side and gaining him spiritually. But you got it.
Yeah, to back you up, she was basically about to lose everything to gain everything in the
Yeah.
kingdom of heaven.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna jump down to verse 23, and it reads says, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to men. Verse 24, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. And that's what we strive to do daily, serving the Lord wholeheartedly, sacrificing things, out on the block when it's brick cold, but we're doing everything for the Lord because it's a reward. You gotta do it. Okay, hear me?
Yeah, if I could add to you and reiterating also something that the brother Kabar said, but that's how rewards work. Okay, rewards, knowing that you have a reward in front of you, that leads to you working harder and doing the things that you need to obtain that reward.
Yeah.
If you never had that reward, it's no motivation to go off of. So the Lord know exactly, what He's doing. To sacrifice, sacrifice your body as a living sacrifice, and doing all the things that that you have to do or you're supposed to do to receive the reward. Like the Lord really makes it plain.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
brothers
Mike.
got more.
I
It's
got
like it. Yeah, it's like it too, brothers. Man, my live stream tripping, bro.
It's good. I got one. That's the book. Hold on, my phone tripping. Let's see, Wisdom of Solomon 5. All right, yeah, it's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 15. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Yeah, so our reward is with the Lord, and that's why our cares are. That's what we focused on. Like the brother's been going into, we striving for that mastery. We don't care nothing about the cold. We don't care nothing about this world, the things in it. The fashions of it. That's not our concern. I'll go down one more verse. Verse 16. It says, "Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them." Yeah, but the point was in 15.
Yeah, con. That's why, hey, man, we willing to sacrifice everything, man. Because at the end of the day, we know for a fact, which that remind me of that book of Timothy, man. We know we got laid up for us, man. Which ain't that crown. We already know what we sacrifice, but hey, we know this is the truth. We know what we sacrifice for, man. We know this is worth it. This is worth sacrificing for, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, hey, man, we willing to sacrifice everything for this, man. You want to say something, yeah, Mark?
Yeah, I wanted to make a point on what you were saying. Man, the brother was talking about earlier. Like the things we sacrificing don't even compare to what we gaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you think about it, like what are we sacrificing in comparison to what we gonna receive?
More than that too.
It's
Romans
nothing.
8.
Kind, bro.
They got a little bit more. If you could jump up to 14, Baba Shah.
Kind. In that Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a gust that tarrieth but a day.
This was nothing but just examples of, pretty much like analogies of, what it's like to have hope as somebody ungodly. That's just the other side of the spectrum, pretty much of, the elect, us pretty much being 10 toes, and knowing what we believe in, something that is not here today and going tomorrow, pretty much. Because all the analogies that was brought up in 14, wind driven away, blown away within a thin froth, away with the storm, these are small matters that's happening, but it's going like it never actually happened.
And it actually said that in verse 9. If I could go up one more time, it says in verse 9, it says, all those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasted by.
Yeah, that was it on that though.
Yeah, I had one for Deshaya too. He said he had some noise in the background. I don't know if you want to speak.
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Con. Yeah, there's this 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
Yeah, that's plain. No, bars know that, hey, man, our sacrifice not in vain, man. Should drive us, man, or motivate us, man, to keep going, man. No, continue, hey, man, bound the works, man. No, continue doing the works, because, hey, man, it's not in vain, man. We're gonna get rewarded for us, man. That's a reward that's set for us, man. If we keep going, that's plain. Yes, yeah, another precept now. I know you see you was holding.
Yeah, I had another precept.
Yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
I was about to get that Romans 8, but I won't get this though.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's this Matthew 25 and 21. It says, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. And this red letters, Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, and I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. And pertaining to this, what we going into this lesson, that's heavy, right? Because it says, it's basically Yahweh Shai, rewarding the men, all right, who are faithful. Faith without works is dead. All right. So the men who had been working towards obtaining that crown, all right, the high calling of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, all right, Yahweh Shai telling you he coming with that reward. He gonna make you a ruler over many nations. All right, so this is what we have to sacrifice for. All right, we, like the brother said, we losing everything to gain everything, which that's a beautiful sacrifice. But you got it, bro.
I had a quick one for you.
Go ahead.
You get me, Kabal?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You had an hour too, brother. You got an hour.
Okay. I'm just get this real quick, and it reads, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 12, and it reads, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. And this Yahweh Shai will come with their reward, man. And we want that righteous reward, the reward of a prophet for doing the works the best as we can, sacrificing daily, preaching, teaching, read, feeding the sheep, constantly putting our hand to that plow, man. Because, like the brother's been saying, man, that reward is a reward for this. And we want that reward, that righteous reward, immortality. You know what I'm saying? We want the kingdom of heaven that draws of righteousness, all things that come with that, man. You got it. Y'all get me? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
A lot of trimming a little bit.
Yeah, brothers, Hebrews chapter 10, and we'll start at verse 34. That's all I have. Unless any brothers got more precepts.
I'm right there in the Hebrews.
Yeah, kind of go ahead.
And we just said Hebrews 10 and
34.
34. This Hebrews 10 and 34, and it says, for ye had compassion of me in my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and enduring substance.
Yeah. So in the sense, man, first start off like, we took joyfully, man, of sacrificing everything. We sacrificed our life to being liked by people, man. Cause now, hey, man, now we're being hated now, man. Now we made ourselves a target by being part of this thing, man. To soon we gonna be demonized, man, and persecuted. And we take good cheerfully for that, man. We'll make ourselves, hey, man, prisoners of hope, as it said in Zechariah. And then Boz, hey, man, Boz becoming that, hey, man, we lost everything, man. We forsook everything. You know, everything that we hold dear in this world, we took joyfully, man, of forsaking it, of sacrificing that, man. Because we know within ourselves, everything that we sacrifice, man, we will gain all back. What's the difference is, it's going to be a better enduring substance, man. So it's going to be ours, you know? Because, hey, man, things you get on this side, you don't own that, man. It's just rented, you know? You don't own nothing on this side, you know? It's just the phrase that they say, it's just your turn. It's not yours, it's just your turn. You know what I'm saying? But in the kingdom, man, it's going to be ours, man, forever and ever, man. You know, but that's what we want, man. We want everlasting possessions, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got. That's what we're looking forward to, man. Now keep going.
Con. Hold on right quick, slide. This Hebrews 10 and 35, and it says, "Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which have great recompense of reward. For
Yeah,
ye have."
that's. Oh, I want to say, yeah. I want to go to that point. Yeah, basically, man, don't lose your confidence, man. You know, don't lose faith. You know, continue. Hey, keep the faith, man. You know, because, hey, man, it's going to bring us to what, hey, man? That reward that we talking about, man. Now keep going. Go read down. Basically, man, you can read down to verse 37.
Con. In verse 36, it says, For ye have need of patience, that shall after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come, for that he that shall come will come, and will not tarry.
Yeah. So, man, we got to have patience, man, to wait for that reward. You know? Because then they may, as much as, man, we want those rewards right now, man. Now we got to wait, man. For what? We got to wait until, hey, man, prophecy be fulfilled. You know? Because, hey, man, once that happened, then, you know, man, we're going to receive that promise. You know? And while we're waiting, man, we still got to do the work too, man. You know? That's a separate plane. Plus, hey, man, we know for a fact, you know, that reward is fastly approaching us to us, man. You know why? Because, hey, how shy he's showing the times for the elect's sake, man. And we say, man, prophecy, man, you know, being played out before our very eyes, man, just lets us know that, hey, man, the end is being manifest, man. You know, so, hey, man, we almost towards that finish line, man. You know, we almost towards, hey, man, our reward, man, our destination. You know, hey, man, the roads, you know, man, that we walking in is getting more difficult, but yet, you know, we closer and closer towards that beautiful destination, man, which ain't the kingdom, you know, salvation. You know what I'm saying? As a step and plane. Any brothers got more? Yeah, we're going to end off with that.
Nah, deny yourself, man. That's the Lord's story.
Yeah, deny yourself. It's the Lord's will. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what we sacrifice, man. Be a part of the Lord's will. You know, simple and plain. All right, so, hey, man, with that, man, we hope this live video, you know, was edifying, you know, exhorting to your, hopefully, elect that's watching and listening. All right? Now, before we end this live, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, the Apostle LGMS, and peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
So on.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.